Good morning and happy Tuesday. We did it again. We caught the biggest squeeze in the market again today on NCPL. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I traded it step by step in this morning's live stream with my students. And we did play it today from 108 all the way to the 180s. I'm going to break down every single entry with you. And of course, why I was watching it today, what made it stand out to me so much today, because this thing was crazy. So yesterday, the watch list caught CTX that ran 300%. It caught TWG that ran over 150%. Now today, NCPL that also ran 160% right now. And this is all we had to trade today. And this could not have been any easier. And I'm going to walk you through exactly why this thing just was so good today. Now, it all starts on the daily time frame. And I did make the stream now, or the screen now, black. I want to do it dark mode because I know it hurts your eyes. Look at the difference here. No thanks. Let's make that dark here as well. And so it all starts on the daily time frame. Now, we flip to the daily time frame. And what we can see here is we had a perfect setup brewing into today. So we had the past highs sitting up here on the daily, or past lows, I should say, sitting right around this 180 level, back up in the top of this range. And so we had it right here, right in line with the 200 moving average, sitting right here as well, around 170. So I knew today that if we broke over these past highs on the daily, which we had these lower highs here, right off the 50 moving average, I knew if we broke that, this thing was cooking. This thing looked amazing. And so we got a beautiful move here today on the breakout here. You can see the break at the lower high, took it there, and I got to move to about 180. Now, this thing looked amazing. I could not get over how good this thing looked. Of course, going into the bell, we got a few things that had to happen. Now, everything that I trade has to have trend, has to have range, of course, has to have volume. We knew this thing had volume today. That's not even a question. So, of course, that's already in the clear. But I needed to have trend. Now, as we went into market open today, this really didn't have a confirmed uptrend. So what we actually have happen here is we have this lower high where it's in a current downtrend. And I'm never going to take anything where price is either beneath VWAP or tight beneath your moving averages. And so as we can see here, we actually have your moving averages tight above price, which limits the upside range and shows us that sellers are likely to be more in control here. And so once we open up at market open, price pulls back and confirms off of VWAP and actually pivots above the moving averages. As you can see here, price is now above the 9, above the 20, and confirming off these pullbacks. So it actually opens up. I take an opening breakout. It pulls back, puts in place this big wick off the low, and then starts to pull back again. Well, what this lets me know on this candle right here is that buyers found some sort of interest here. They said, oh, wow, I like this. So it pulls back and buyers step in and show interest there. And so I take the next pullback because we know that if buyers just found it here, they're probably going to like it here too. If they're not, well, it is what it is. But they did. They liked it here too. So I nailed the entry there, and I got the squeeze up through the break of that lower high. Now, as price breaks up here over this opening range high, of course, what do? I raise my stops as it confirms higher. So I'm able to get this trim to make it risk-free. I raise my stops here to make sure this continues to follow through, and it's completely risk-free at that point. And caught a move here all the way up into the highs over the pre-market high, which sat right here at $1, and the price is cut off the screen. But in any case, broke over the pre-market high. Right, broke over the pre-market high right here. And so, again, we were cooking. Now, I didn't get an ad here because on the larger picture time frames, I'll show you here real quick. On the larger time frame, we had heavy overhead supplies sitting right here, and so I didn't get any ads. And unfortunately, I wish that I did, but I just couldn't. And so we had some supplies sitting here up in this range from 120 to 130, so I didn't get any ads here, as you can see. Otherwise, I could have capitalized a little bit better. I would have gotten an ad here off the 9, risking off the pre-market high, but I didn't, and it's fine. It is what it is. And so, anyways, this gets squeezing over the highs, and of course from here, I'm just raising my stops off the 9 EMA because it's respected off the 9 here. So as you can see, raise my stop to the 90 EMA as it pulls back and tightens up, squeezes higher. Of course, next candle closes, raise my stop to the bottom of the 1 minute candle, breaks higher, raise my stop to the next low of the 1 minute candle, and eventually, of course, I get stopped out here as it breaks. And then I take a re-entry because what we see happen here is price confirms buyers here. Look at this, it pulls back off the 90 EMA again, and we confirm a buyer here once more. And so I'm like, all right, well, it's putting in place a range. Let's see if we can't get this squeezing back higher. So what happens here is this thing finds a big seller at 150, and in my mind, shorts start to pile in on this candle right here. You get this big topping tail off the high after already confirming a seller here or something, and all right, shorts definitely just piled in. So we've got a lot of shorts now sitting all here. You've got a lot of shorts sitting all through here, stuck and looking for that downside move. Well, they didn't get that downside move, so they think they're going to, but here's what happens. Price tries to move lower, and shorts get more aggressive here because they're already got aggressive here off the top of the high. But then what happens here is price breaks down and reclaims quickly. And so as it reclaims quickly, again, you get some shorts begin to cover because they're like, oh crap, this thing is getting ready to go again. So it squeezes back over VWAP, and I'm looking for the next move higher to squeeze shorts over the previous high of day. And what do you know? We actually get a halt up here. Shorts scramble out of the halt and cover, buying at those higher prices to fuel price higher. And again, I get a move higher. And of course, This resumes pretty strong into the 150s. I'm able to get my stop loss raised to the bottom of the resumption price. And then I just played this up into the topping tail of the high. You can see again here, as it curls and it finds rejection off that new high, I just take a full exit. So rather easy execution there. As always, whenever price does try to make a new high and instantly reject, that's my full exit 9 times out of 10, just per my system. So that's all I traded today. And currently you've got a lot of stuff out there like the ATMC. This thing has been halted pending news since pre-market this morning. That was on last night's watch list, but didn't trade it today. NCPL obviously was the big one today. And oh my gosh, seeing everybody in chat make so much money today was an amazing thing. We love to see it. Of course, results not typical. Trading is risky, but it was an awesome day. And I couldn't be any happier. Stuff like NCPL makes you remember the summer market. Things are getting hot into the end of the year. It's almost Christmas. So it just couldn't be better timing, man. It's an awesome thing. Everybody getting all happy and active out there with the market heating back up. Definitely just makes me so happy. So I'm stoked. Today was another awesome day. And like I said, as always, we crushed it today. Caught the biggest stock of the market, the free watch list. Crushed it on stream today with my students. And it was an awesome day. So that sums up the morning. I only traded NCPL today. Of course, I shut down after this because once you get that confident feeling in your head, I just want to step away. You start making improper decisions because you're a little bit too giddy. I feel that pride, that ego getting to me. So I just got to step away. I got to step away before I get too confident, make some bad decisions, and give back profit. But really good execution today. I felt in control. The price action was on point. Super clean, super predictable. That's all it takes. So if you did learn a thing or two, make sure to subscribe for daily content just like this. And as always, make sure to claim access to your 7-day free trial to get access to my stream, alerts, watch list, chat room, education, scanners, trading journals, and so much more. And that being said, I'll see you back there tomorrow for an awesome day ahead. Have an awesome rest of your day. Comment down below how you did today, and I'll see you next time.